What's going on to you Leos out there? Hope y'all are having a great day. So I just want to also say rest in peace to Fat Man Scoop. Fat Man Scoop was a Leo born August 6th. I just found out that he made the transition on a Tuesday, but when you see this will be a Wednesday. But R.I.P. to Fat Man Scoop, legend in the game. And yes, so for you, Leos, you had the Three of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and you have the Eight of Cups. So a lot of you very much so. You Leos are dealing with the separation quite well of people trying to waste your time. A lot of you are not taking the games that people play so personally. It's more of an in-depth study and how it is that you Leos want to understand it more than it's about you taking it personally. And that's amazing. Once you can get it to that point where it's about more of an in-depth study, right, and more of like research than it is taking it personally, that's how you know you reached a whole new level in the game where you're beyond the games, you're beyond the levels, you're in a place where there are no levels. It's exactly like what Bruce Lee said, in the Enter the Dragon out, and I often reference that because it's the truth, right? It very much so was a very powerful thing that they were saying when they said, well, what is the best fighting style? To have no fighting style. There is no fighting style. It's whatever, add whatever, being like water. It is what it is, right? There is no actual specific name to say it. The names are nothing but formats. And it's the same thing with you Leos, right? Now that a lot of you Leos are looking to, you're now starting to understand things from a more well-rounded perspective of to not take things personally, right? To not take things so personally. I don't know what my family is doing, but to not to take things so personally, but to study the game and study, why people do the things that they do. You're going to find out the answer to that, and you're going to be able to start being able to understand not just yourself, but other people a whole lot better, because that's what stops a person from not knowing what's actually going on, right? Hold on a second. What are you doing? I'm doing videos. Just take whatever it is that you want. Anyway, sorry about that. I had to go see what my family was doing. I was like, what is going on? Anyway, so the point that I was trying to make here is that you get the answer. You finding out the answers. The Hierophant and the King of Swords speaks to how a lot of you Leos very much so are beginning to get a whole new introspection, a lot more answers than if you would have taken things personally, because now you're calm enough. See, when you're emotional and you take things very personally, you don't look at things from different perspectives. But then when you stop looking at it from only an emotional standpoint, I should say, because it would make anyone feel bad to waste their time, right? Come on now, it would make anyone feel bad. But when you only look at it from an emotional standpoint, that's how it is that things have messed up. But when you start to take yourself out of that emotional standpoint, and then now you have that ability to where you not take things to not take things as personally. Now you can start to look at things from different perspectives, and then it starts to give you answers. You start to come up with the answers. So a lot of you Leos are gaining, like I said before, that new profound level of introspection. And a lot of you Leos are understanding that the relationship, the dynamics of how things play themselves out is quite interesting. And it's something that you Leos have to essentially learn. And this is the beginning of the end for people that want to waste your time. that right there is the beginning of the end for them, because that's literally how I was thinking when I wanted to learn the game, when I wanted, because again, terrible as far as trying to get to know people. They were attracted to me, but the games that they would play, and so it became such a difficult part of my life at one point, right? Especially if I'm in a relationship with somebody and I'm supposed to be marrying them or whatever, or I'm trying to, I'm engaged to them or whatever the case may be. Well, no air quotes. I was engaged to this person or whatever. I'm over here. I got to understand, well, okay, what exactly is going on, right? Like the games, what's up with this? And this was 2000 and like 2013, 2014, somewhere around there. And that was a very interesting time then, because me wanting to study the game, now it's a perspective of, now I got to find out as much as I possibly can. And once I got to that point, now it's like I'm doing the studying to it. And like I said, now it became downhill for people that just want to come in and use me at that time. And it's the same thing that's going on with you Leos, because see, you don't gain answers like I was just referring to by being overly emotional. You gain answers by asking questions. This is why I keep stressing questions that, some people don't want to do. And it's like, well, okay, so what you complaining about, But you Leos are asking questions now. It's like, okay, how do you understand the game? How do you understand this? What is going on? What can be said here? And the thing about it is that, again, the King of Swords, now that Aquarius ingenuity is starting to pop out. Now it's starting to pop out, because now it's starting to, you ask the question. If you go looking for the answer, you're going to find the answer on what the game is and what it looked like. So the Eight of Pentacles and the King of Cups right here represents how, and so because of it, you Leos now have a new, like I said, you have a newfound, or you are gaining a newfound perspective on it, as to where the King of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, two things. This speaks to you and other people, right? This is why I said it's two things. These two cards right here, you Leos are realizing that people are still going to try, because you can't stop people from trying. They're so goofy, they still going to try. They're going to do their dysfunction. So they're going to still try, but at the same time, it's going to be more difficult for it to work on you, because you are learning to control said emotions and learn to find those answers by asking questions. See, the Master has appeared. A lot of you Leos are finally frustrated enough. See, and this is why it is that I said that fire is the element of frustration. It's the element of anger. A lot of times people bash anger. Oh, you're not supposed to be angry. No, you need anger. You just need to know how to curve anger in a healthy way. Because what happens is, if you can do that, the anger is the frustration that you need to finally stop allowing people to tread on you and treat you like garbage, and you now start asking questions. It's the exhaustion, it's the frustration, it's the why is it, it's the question in the back of your mind asking, why is it that if you treat people so well, why do they tread on you spiritually and treat you like trash? What is up with this phenomena? What is going on here? And it's from now that the question has been asked, and now if you actually go looking for the answer, now you get the answer. But it has to begin with a question. You'll be wandering around aimlessly for the rest of your life without any kind of destination, or without any kind of sense of direction whatsoever, if you don't know what the point, the objective, or what the point is, what the objective is, if what you're looking for in the first place. You're just looking, but but you don't even know what it is that you're looking for. That is aimlessness. That is being lost. That is confusion. And not only that too, but it also represents how, once again, some people think that they could come up off of you and use you, but it's going to be harder because you Leos are learning the game. You're asking questions. You're not looking at it from an emotional standpoint. You're looking at it from a standpoint of, well, why are they doing this? And you're finding out the answer. The Three of Wands and the Two of Swords right here represents you Leos are very much so becoming much more aware of your surroundings. This is the like, for instance, this is the reason why it is that I'll like kind of laugh at, and I'll end up having a laugh at people who do that type of downstairs stuff, is because a lot of people are really, right, to me, it's because a lot of people are really caught up with real downstairs thinking. They'll have this delusion of grandeur and this pure delusion of the person who plays with city blocks is the person that they settled for, right? The settle talk, for instance. I'm just using that as an example, right? And it's like, but they don't understand who's the person that they say is on point. The person that they saying is on point is a bum. Meanwhile, you Leos could be out here playing with city blocks. And what I mean when I say playing with city blocks, I'm talking about real estate, music, artistry, musical endeavors. Some of you might be a musician. The point that I'm trying to make here is doing wonderful things, but people are caught up in opposite day. You're the bum. You're the bum. But the person who gives them nothing, brings nothing to the table, they win. This is the stupidity. You dig? So this is what I mean when I say that a lot of you Leos are starting to understand to how to be more mindful of your surroundings, not just physically, right? As far as the landscape, which you should as well, but also on a spiritual, high mental level as well, because you understand, you're beginning to understand how to let certain things go. Pisces, the art of surrendering that a lot of people call weak, because you won't waste or exhaust or frustrate so much of your time, right? And you allow it to be wasted on stuff that ultimately is going to work itself out. For instance, you know how many people try to play me and stuff like this at the expense of what? Okay, you play me today. Now you can't come back. So if this is how it is that you go around doing tarot readers, eventually a large body of people is going to start to look at you a certain kind of way. Word gonna get out, right? Your reputation is going to start to precede you. The world now starts to become a smaller place that, hey, if you rip people off, if you can rip people off, you don't conduct business in trust. If you can play people, the word gonna get out that said person will play people if they can get away with it. Just because you can do something doesn't mean that you should. This is what a lot of people have problems with: impulse control. Just because I'm stronger than some people, or I'm in a better position, that doesn't mean that I should take advantage of the situation and use them and throw them away. No, I'm more than likely, I'm still gonna do right by them and conduct good business because I'm mindful of my surroundings. What would be the, and then not only that too, but more importantly, what would be the point? But see, people will call this philanthropy, and it's like, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, right? Shrugs my shoulders. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, right? But at the end of the day, it's to be quite honest with you, Leos, it's just downright stupid at the end of the day, right? When it comes down to brass tacks, It's just stupidity. It's like, okay, you do this and then you keep doing it. Okay, and then what? And this is the thing that people don't ask themselves. And then what? Right? They mess you Leos over. And then what? Now you Leos in a higher position than them. They doing bad, which is what they are going to do because they make terrible decisions, right? They're not wise. They don't make they don't make good long-term decisions. So what's going to happen to them? Now they're in a position where they again, they know you. They've came into contact with you. They know you. They've had interactions with you. And now it's this situation where, oh, well, I know you gonna know what to do. But then again, now they're relying on the kindness of you, even though they've screwed you over. This is the delusion. And it's not even grandeur. It's just delusional, period. Because how do they expect to put their fate in the hands of somebody that they've already done wrong? You see the stupidity here? So let's clarify the Two of Swords. This is what I mean when I say, like, there's some people out here, people don't want to admit it. They don't understand it from my perspective. But I see it for what it is. There is some people out here, that elevator doesn't go all the way to the top. They are 2 tacos short of a combo meal. So to clarify the Two of Swords, you have the Temperance, the 8 of Wands, the Justice, the 2 of Wands, and then you have the Lovers to clarify the Two of Swords. So the Temperance and the 8 of Wands, again, you Leo showing them mercy. You don't want to have anything to do with any person that will dare talk smack about you and downplay you and make it seem like you're not valuable, and and then come back, right? They have the audacity to come back for any reason, in any shape, form, or fashion, right? They would really have some nerve to disrespect you and then come back and try to be like, oh, well, I need your help, right? The Justice and the 2 of Wands represents you're not gonna go after them, but that's the point. You're gonna leave them alone in their own dysfunction and let them deal with their own stuff. And the thing is that the Lovers right here represent, and you Leos are on to the next one. So there's definitely a sense of you Leos still in search, still trying to see if you can get to know other people, right? Trying to see how successful you can be. But at the same time, a lot of you Leos have your head on your shoulders. There's people out here who are users. And that if you allow people to use you for real, like, everybody gets used. But like, if the person is making it more and more and more obvious, and you're allowing them to use you because you're putting aside your common sense, the person will do that. So I'm seeing how a lot of you Leos are not doing that anymore. But that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to grow to 100,000 plus subs. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. And I just want to say appreciate it. Come through and get my readings, right? Come through and get a reading from me. Peace.